Mira go to safe space. Thank you. Alrighty, y'all. Today, we're going to read a book by National Geographic Kids called Human Footprint. This book is about everything you will eat, use, wear, buy, and throw out in your lifetime. So what is the new, we talked about this on Friday, I think. Either Thursday or Friday. What's the new unit that we're on right now? Who remembers? Hudson.
Garbage.
Well, we're not on garbage. We're talking about what, Quintus?
Earth.
We are talking about the earth. We're talking about garbage in the earth, but there's a big term that starts with the k. That is what our unit is. Do you remember what it is, Declan?
Compost.
Compost is part of it. What do you think, Eamon?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay, what do you think, Quintus?
Recycle.
Recycling is part of it. It's called conservation. Everyone say it.
Conservation.
So conservation includes recycling. It includes garbage. And what we do with the recycling and the garbage. It includes compost and why and how we compost. So let's read more about this. Your human footprint is the mark you make on Earth. You're only one person in a country, the United States, that has 318 million people on a planet called Earth that has 7,200,000,000 people. So in the United States, there are 318 million people. On Earth total, there's 7,200,000,000.
What if
Whoa.
there's 7
That's-
gazillion?
But that's not what it is. It's 7,200,000,000.
Yeah, go.
So with all those people, could your small human footprint really make a difference? Yes, you matter. What you do adds up. In your lifetime, you'll munch through 12 shopping carts full of candy bars. You'll drive 627,000 miles in a car, and that's just the tiny toe of your human footprint. In this book, you'll see pictures and read numbers describing what you'll eat, drink, use, and throw away in your lifetime. You really means the average American person who lives an average of 77.75 years. The pictures have been set up to show the numbers exactly. The number of soda cans in the picture on page 20 matches the number of soda cans our average American will drink in a lifetime, 43,371. Read on and discover how amazingly big your footprint really is and how you can make it smaller while still having plenty of fun. So in your lifetime, maybe this is maybe not so much anymore because people don't really read newspapers, but in your lifetime, you'll read 5,054 newspapers, you'll eat 12,888 oranges,
Oh my God.
you'll use 3,796 diapers, you'll eat 12,129 hamburger buns,
Oh my God.
and you'll use 31,350 gallons of gas.
Oh, that's so much.
Let's see. It takes a half pint of crude oil to make the plastic lining. King, you can come sit right up here. It takes a half pint of crude oil to make the plastic lining of just one disposable diaper. That adds up to 1,889 pints for each baby. Moms, dads, and babysitters toss out 18 billion disposable diapers each year in the United States. That's enough to make a diaper trail around the earth 90 times. So who has a baby at home? Ariel is going to have a baby at home. Molly has a baby at home. Well, yeah, your brother is still in diapers. Anybody else have a baby?
Nope.
Is there a baby at home?
My brother has a baby.
Your mother's not gonna have a baby.
Yes, it is.
No, she doesn't. Who else? You have a baby at home? Really? What's the baby's name? What?
What? I forgot.
Oh, okay. And you have a baby cousin, right? Yeah.
Me too.
So all those
Tita
babies.
too.
You have I know, but Jazara's baby cousin lives with her.
Tita has
That's-
a baby.
No, Tita doesn't have a baby. That's a baby that her mommy takes care of. Like a babysitter. Right, Tita? Yeah. So for all of the babies, so for Ariella's new baby sister, right? Who's gonna be coming in a couple of weeks, your baby sister and by the time she's out of diapers, will have used enough diapers to wrap around the earth 90 times.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And my brother.
So when you guys were babies, when I was a baby, and when Turner was a baby, we all wore a total of 3,796 diapers. And it could take 500 years for the disposable diapers we use today to be biodegradable. Does anyone know what biodegradable means? That's a really big word. No. So biodegradable means that it naturally decomposes. So like banana peels. If you throw a banana peel in the dirt, it will naturally decompose and all of the nutrients will go back into the soil. Or like leaves. When leaves fall off the trees, they turn really brown and they get crunchy, they naturally decompose and go back into the earth and give the earth more nutrients to grow new trees and new plants.
So trees can help you breathe.
Yes, exactly.
And give you oxygen. So dead trees kind of are good.
Yeah.
Please stand by for an announcement. Would the owner of a black Audi please move your car? It's currently blocking someone's.
You'll drink 13,056 pints of milk in your lifetime.
What?
It takes 12 pounds of milk to make 1 gallon of ice cream. I didn't know that.
It
takes what? 12 pounds of milk to make 1 gallon of ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah. So for this cow, it takes 2 days for my body to turn the food I eat into the milk you drink. It takes another 2 days for the milk to get from my udder to the store. So once the farmer milks the cow, it takes 2 days before you can even get the milk. The average American consumes about 3 pints a week, 14 pints a month, and 168 pints a year. Shh. 9,200,000 cows on 65,000 dairy farms work hard to produce the milk you consume. Every day, you can go back to your seat actually. Every day, each cow eats 100 pounds of grass and other food and drinks 25 to 50 gallons of water. It takes a lot of space to grow all that grass for all those cows. More than 20 million acres. It's as if the entire state of Louisiana were reserved just for cows. All of the sandwiches and pieces of toast you will eat add up to 87,520 slices of bread. Every 3 years, you eat your weight in bread. All the bread you'll eat makes 4,376 loaves. If you piled those loaves onto a scale, they would weigh just over 2 tons, close to what a full-grown hippopotamus weighs. If you put all the wheat fields in America side by side, they would equal an area the size of the state of Wyoming. What? Wyoming is not near Ireland. Wyoming's in America. Ireland is in the UK. This parade of 28,433 rubber ducks shows all the showers you'll take in your lifetime. This is how many showers you'll take. No, 28,433. Look how big that number is. Okay, shh. To wash your hands, water the lawn, and flush the toilet, you'll send another 1.2 million gallons spinning down the drain. With that much water, you could fill 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And that's just from what I use. That's not all of us together. That's from just what Declan uses. So imagine just what Declan uses, just what I use, just what Ariella uses, just what each one of you uses. That's a lot of water. 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools, that's a lot of water. That's why it's a good idea to always wash your clothes on a full setting, right? We talked about this last week. It's a good idea to, when you're brushing your teeth, turn the water off when you're not using it. And that's why in a lot of countries, like I said, in Spain, they don't have a lot of water as a natural resource. So, I'm not done talking. They have a lot of water as a natural, they do not have a lot of water as a natural resource. So, that country, the people who live in that country, when they're taking a shower, they have to turn their water off when they're not using the water, because you only get a certain amount of water each month. Because kids and adults are working hard to use less water, the amount consumed in the United States has plunged, that means dropped, by 25% since the 1970s, even though the population has gone way up. That's really good. That means that when you're old enough to be mommies and daddies, your kids will have enough water.
Water is good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Quintus.
If you waste all your water, and in the whole entire world, a drought will happen.
Yes. Amen.
England doesn't have enough water either.
You're right. To stay clean in a lifetime, you will use 656 bars of soap, 198 bottles of shampoo, 389 tubes of toothpaste, 272 containers of deodorant, and 156 toothbrushes.
Wow.
Monty. Here's a fun fact. Your hair grows about 1/2 inch per month. That doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. By the time you're 12, your hair will have grown 6 feet. Even though you keep cutting it, so that's why it doesn't get.
I never cut
Or your parents do. No wonder you need so much shampoo. Yes, Jazara. What? It's okay. You're gonna be just fine. It's because it's about to come out. Okay. The average American uses 10 different body products every day. That includes lotion, makeup, and perfume, as well as soap and shampoo. Here's the record for the world's longest hair. Are you right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
18 feet, 5.54 inches. So Miss Tom, how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". So Miss Turner she's 5'10". She's almost 6 feet tall. So imagine 3 of her stacked on top of each other. That would be how.
One hair?
The world's longest hair. So not like one single hair, but.
Well, like when it was like thrown away collectively?
No. Someone grew their hair 18 feet. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Are you joking?
No. So imagine 3 of Miss Turner stacked on top of each other. That's how long this person's hair was. Isn't that
Whoa.
crazy?
Whoa, oh my God.
Yeah.
She probably had to curl her hair, so.
It probably took a really long time to dry.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be like hundreds.
Yes, okay friends, we'll talk about this in a minute. Let me finish reading. To create all those gels, creams, and sweet smelling liquids, companies use more than 5,000 different ingredients. When we rinse our faces and bodies at the end of the day, we wind up washing most of those chemicals down the drain. There, they mix together in combinations that nobody planned. It's wilder than any science fair project.
Whoa.
To get from the grove to the so 12,888 is the number of oranges you will eat in your lifetime.
I love oranges.
So you might eat more.
I love.
To get from the grove to please move away from him. To get from the grove to the store where you'll buy them, those oranges will travel a total of 23 million miles. That's the same as traveling to the moon and back 50 times.
Whoa.
A single orange tree can bear fruit for more than 100 years. And here's a really interesting fact. An orange is really a kind of berry.
Yeah, I knew
An
that.
orange is a berry, but you want to hear something even crazier?
Yes.
A raspberry is not a berry.
What?
Yep, a raspberry is not a berry.
What is it?
It's a different kind of fruit. I don't know. It's so in order to be a fruit, there has to be a flower that's produced. So oranges produce orange flowers, and other berries they produce flowers so that the pollen can be taken by the bees and can be used to create new plants. Please come on the carpet, Monty. Can be used to create new plants. But raspberries. Point to Jazara. Rule number 2. Raise your hand for permission to speak.
Raise your hand for permission to speak.
So a raspberry comes from a bush, And the bush does not create any flowers. The seeds are moved around by animals when they come to pick and eat the berries. Yes, Hudson.
But why they call it a raspberry?
Because people are really silly sometimes. And because it looks like a berry, right?
Yeah.
It kind of like it looks like a strawberry. It looks like a blackberry or a blueberry. But in order for a fruit to actually be a berry, the plant has to produce a flower.
Oh.
Yep. All right. You will eat, oh gosh, this is crazy. You will eat 14,518 candy bars.
Yeah.
Which is enough, not all at once, hopefully, which is enough to fill 12 shopping carts. Like the shopping carts at Harris Teeter. If you filled 12 of those carts all with candy bars, just candy bars, that's how much you're going to eat in your lifetime.
Which one's the small one?
Regular size. All right, friends. The sugar from all those candy bars totals 1,055 pounds. That is the same as 211 5-pound bags of sugar. Monty, please come sit on the carpet.
Yo, I want to eat that book.
The first American chocolate bar was made in 1894, but they didn't really get popular until World War I when they became soldiers' favorite snacks. American candy makers use more than 320 million pounds of peanuts, 759 million pounds of cocoa beans, 2.3 billion pounds of sugar, and 1.4 billion pounds of milk each year. Oh, this is another gross fact. In your lifetime, you will drink 43,371 cans of soda. I know that soda's not good for you. Friends, please do not move this. I'm recording myself, okay? So I need you to come off. I need you to come off.
Actually,
Thank you, Quinta.
Actually, a little soda on the bottom and it keeps blowing into my face. Do you know every time I go to a restaurant,
Please do
I
not
drink
lean against
soda?
All right.
Every single time.
If you lined up all those cans, they'd stretch 3.42 miles. That's 50 football fields.
Oh.
The sugar in one can of soda is the same as 10 sugar cubes.
But you can't eat too much soda or your teeth are going to get sugar cube.
You will spend $52,972 on your clothes in your lifetime. If you weighed all your dirty laundry for a year, it would weigh 500 pounds. Every year, you'll buy 48 new things to wear. To make room in your closet for those new outfits.
Interruption with the owner of the Nissan Altima white in color with Maryland tags 5 C.
You'll toss out 68 pounds of t-shirts, jeans, and other old clothes every year.
DC tags ARA 36092.
Every year, Americans throw out 4.6 million tons of tires. Some old tires are ground up and made into turf for sports fields and soft padding for playgrounds. So in your lifetime, you will own 12 cars. The parts of the cars you'll own will travel farther than your complete cars will ever drive. In some cars, the seatbelts come from Sweden, the doors from Thailand, and the stereo and electric wiring from China. You and your fellow Americans throw away 694 plastic bottles a second.
What?
Over a lifetime, each of us will also toss out 29,700 pounds of plastic packaging, plastic food wrap, plastic grocery bags, plastic garbage bags, plastic toy bags, and more. Almost all plastic is made from oil or natural gas. No one knows how long plastic takes to break down. Once it's in a landfill, it may stay there forever. 4 billion pounds of plastics are recycled each year in the United States, saving enough energy to heat 2.1 million homes. All right, so here is your human footprint. And this will be the last page, and then we're going to really quickly talk about what your favorite parts were. this is everything that they talked about. So here are 7 important tips to shrink your human footprint. Please fix your shirt. 1, use less plastic. Bring a cloth bag when you shop and use refillable water bottles. That's what I do. I always have my Harris Teeter bag and I have my refillable water bottle.
I don't know Harris Teeter.
Ask your parents to use Energy Star approved light bulbs. If every American home replaced a standard bulb with an energy efficient one, we would save enough energy to light 3 million homes for a year. Eat more vegetables. It takes only 6 gallons of water to grow a serving of lettuce. Compare that to the 26,000 gallons it takes to produce a serving of steak. Recycle your cans. It takes 95% less energy to make an aluminum can from recycled aluminum than from new materials. 5, walk or ride a bike. Your family saves gas by leaving the car behind. 6, recycle your batteries and use rechargeable batteries when you can. When batteries end up in landfills, toxic chemicals seep into the ground, harming the environment. And 7, don't waste food. Enough edible food to feed 49 million people ends up in landfills in the United States each year. All right, really quick, turn to your friend and tell your friend what the most interesting fact was. Fix your shirt.
The interesting fact was